So tax increases, it was not an option. And so we worked with the legislature and we brought about a lot of changes, one of which was that we let mom and dad stay in their own home rather than going in a nursing home if they were able to do it. We wanted to do that in the state for 25 or 30 years. Size is usually something taxpayers don't like, but in this case you should like it. 3,500 pages of government improvement about how we can improve the operation of our government by combining boards and commissions, putting things together to make it more taxpayer friendly, being able to save money. And in fact, we're going to save an additional $90 million for the taxpayers of our state by just coming up with greater efficiencies. You know, we all want to measure our teachers, and we should, but we also ought to be measuring our doctors. If I go to the doctor, do I get better? If I go to a hospital, do I get treated right? And down in Columbus at Ohio Health, they created a paperless hospital. Everybody walks around with electronic systems to tell you who's in which room and how it's going and what they prescribe. And not only are they the most efficient and the least costly of all the hospitals, they have the highest customer satisfaction. So what we really want to get to in our country is a system of what we would call a medical home, where all of our care gets coordinated, so that we're not running willy-nilly from here to there. And what am I mean, you ever try to deal with all that stuff? It's crazy. So we want to be in an area, in a situation where we can help to coordinate people's care in Medicaid, and also work with the private sector who are coming up with this outcome-based medicine, where we're measuring how doctors are doing and demanding better results. We're working with them to try to promote that philosophy. So now we have all three rating agencies saying that Ohio's in strong fiscal shape, and they've raised our ability to be able to do things more effectively in the state. So when the rest of the world's going this way, we're going this way. And I think that's at the same time, we're able to generate jobs for people who for generations haven't been, their families haven't been able to get them. And that means that we have to make sure that when we drill the wells are constructed properly. When we ship the gas, that the pipelines that the gas is shipped in is secure. That the gathering lines that gather all these different wells are effectively protected. And that we have a good system in place to deal with what could be a significant opportunity for our state. And what I'm proposing in the state of Ohio is that we allow them to pay some of this money, and instead of shipping their profits back to Texas to their investors, that every Ohioan get a cut in their income tax that will not only help Ohio families, but will help small businesses as well in the state of Ohio. And I hope you will help me to support that and get that done. It is very, very important because it's for the long-term economic interests of our state that these dollars don't all leave Ohio. You know, for years, whether it's Texas or Oklahoma or Alaska or North Dakota, they have been passing their tax burden off on Ohioans. They have very low taxes because we pay them for what they do in their state. It's time for us to be smarter.